Hi, this is Captain Paul Brawley with Fish Finder Guide Service. We're going to start out here in the morning. We're going to be looking around the bolt hole area, um, anywhere along these edges here. In this bigger hole, we're going to be looking at all the drops. We're going to be targeting redfish and trout, some black drum. You're going to want to kind of sit up on the flat and throw out on those drops using croakers. You can use some cut or some piggy perch. And if you're looking for reds, you can try tighter to some of the shorelines using some cut Spanish sardines or shad, or even some skipjack if you can see them or catch them or get them, or however you acquire your skipjacks. Anyway, this area here seems to be holding quite a few reds and trout. You just have to stay kind of sitting on the flat and throwing off into the deep, or if you're in the deep, throwing right up on the edge of the land. Anyway, that area right there seems to be pretty productive. All right, for all you guys with skinny water boats, we're going to be looking all in this area here behind these reefs and up to the bulkhead. There's been quite a few redfish and black drum in that area right there. You're going to be making drifts with the wind, using your spoons, using any kind of paddle tails for the reds. Around this little channel that runs through here on either side of it, within about 50 yards, there's been a bunch of black drum. You can kind of just go through there on your towers and sight cast those with dead shrimp. Kind of a fun, different little activity. Or you can get out here on the big flat in the middle and power pole down and try using sardines or cut skipjack or your shad all through that area there. Make a nice oil slick, and then just set up with this little bit better tide. These fish have moved off of the deep and onto some of these flats. So I don't know how long the tide's going to be up, but it's up. It's up enough during the day that you can catch you some reds and drums on those in that area right there. Okay, moving on south of the JFK. I know we talked about this last time, but this little triangle right here has been holding trout and redfish. Still, the reds that are in there are oversized. A lot of quality trout, a lot of little bitty trout, a lot of hardheads. But you're going to fish in there with croaker and piggy perch using a number 7 hook, free lining them. If you want, you can go back down to like a number 6 hook. But I do know the number 7s will help you, especially with the trout, a little bit better hook sets. On the other side of the Humble, right in these little pockets here, there have been some black drum showing up. That's something you're going to have to try to find good sand holes and set up with your dead shrimp on lead heads, or you can float through and kind of see if you can see some. I know right now it's a little bit off colored since we have all the drain off from the rain, but it will be clearing up pretty fast because that area generally stays pretty clear. But you can try any of those little pockets, even past this little island here, in this little pocket here. You'll notice there's some drum lines, drum guys with their drum lines out there, and that's a pretty good indication of the area where you might be able to find some black drum right now. All right, we're going to move to the east side of Sulphur Island, and between the intercoastal and Sulphur, right through this zone in here. If you're running along, you will see some large muddy spots. In those muddy spots, there are little groups of black drum, little packs of them, 20 packs, 30 packs. What I would do is I would try to look for the mud, try to float up to it, power pole down and throw in there, because once you've run over it, it's going to be too late to get those drums. Those drums are on the move. They're real tight little packs, but in those mud spots, you will find some black drum. Out in this area here, you can look for some reds. There's not tons of them, but there have been some really nice reds and some oversized reds through there. You'll be wanting to make drifts from the intercoastal back through this area here and you're going to use spoons, any type of soft plastics, whatever you enjoy. Just kind of go through there. If you have a taller tower on the front of your boat or a burn bar you can stand on, you can kind of float through there, and you may be able to see a few of those 2 packs and 3 packs of reds that are running around in that area. Seems to be pretty productive right now. So just remember, try to stay away from other people. Don't get too close, and hopefully people will stay away from you in the same respect. Anyway, you guys have a good time out there and try to catch a few reds.